Hi, this is Dawn, and this podcast is The Point, where we talk all things wedding planning in the city of Pittsburgh and beyond. If you're newly engaged, a year into planning, or you're going to say I do in 30 days, this podcast is for you. Hi, everyone. Today, we're going to talk about what everyone on the internet is talking about, the Taylor Swift wedding. And they haven't released any photos, any details, anything. And we're dying to know. We want to know. We deserve to know, right? I'm not a Swiftie, but everybody wants to know. But what I can tell you is that I can tell some trends from the Taylor Swift wedding without seeing a thing, just by what I don't know. And we're going to talk about that. And I'm with Kaitlyn Mayer from KM Content Studio. She's a content creator. She's with me today. Say hi.
Hi. Hello.
So are you ready? I know she's
I'm
a
ready.
Swiftie. She's a
I am a big Swiftie. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm full disclosure, I'm not, but I do appreciate her sense of style. I think I'm just a generation above.
Yeah, but you appreciate. I think you appreciate her. We don't want to anger the Swifties.
No,
this is a Taylor Swift pro.
No, and
episode.
there's some songs of hers I love.
Yeah.
I love absolutely love, and I do respect her as a woman, as a performer, and absolutely her sense of style. So, what the read I got from the Taylor Swift wedding? Number one, Fridays are good to go for a wedding.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have originally always picked Fridays because they were like a budget-friendly option. But I do think that they are like, that's a great option on Friday because everybody's off for the most part.
Yeah.
The next day.
Yeah.
So why not?
And I love that she had the ceremony like even a little later.
Yeah.
And that the party went all the way to 2 a.m.
Right.
Like we didn't stop it at 10 or 11 like most venues do. So I love that. So tip one, I think Friday's the new black or the new white for weddings, so to speak. And then number two, I think that storytelling is everything. And we're coming into a bridal era, and she's created this new transition where it's about storytelling. When I saw the draping, the piping drape, and all those photos of her and Travis, what did you think of that?
I think that's very Taylor. If that is true, again, we're going to preface everything that this is stuff that we're assuming is true.
Yeah.
We don't know, but I would say she probably did do the pictures. She is a storyteller.
Right.
Like she's a known storyteller.
Right.
So I do think that it was important to her to include like storytelling aspects into her wedding because she relates everything back. All of her albums are like, as Swifties, we know they're for one specific person. And she has certain songs that she's already made about her love story with Travis. She has that whole song Love Story, which is Travis has said that that's his favorite song of hers. So I can see her like maybe not putting song elements into the wedding, but like putting herself into the wedding and like making sure the guests knew like this was going to be like an experience. Like it wasn't going to be like a wedding. You're not going to a celeb wedding. Like you are experiencing Taylor and Travis's wedding.
And I've been talking about this on this podcast for the last 140 episodes, that weddings are all about the guest experience. And I think Taylor nailed that. Like she fully understood that, but she made a conscientious effort to tell their story, even though everyone knows their story. She made sure to highlight their story. Next, I'm going to say one of the things that was out for a while, but I think that she's bringing back the monogram or the emblem or the logo and working it into your wedding design. I think that's a no-brainer. What do you think?
I liked it. I'm sure we could probably put a picture up. So they had the TNT and then the hearts surround it. And everything was very like TNT. Yeah. Which is cute because they don't really like celebrity couples have those names. Yeah. They've never really had like a name that people would call them. Some people would call them like Travis or whatever, but like Tavis. But I like the TNT. I think it's cute. I like that they even used it for the whole ceremony, seemed like, because they had that big sign outside of MSG that said the just with the capital T and T married.
Which was genius.
Right.
Marketing
so
genius.
So it was like all tied together again, like you're telling like a full story of them. And she is also like an old soul. So again, doing like embroidery, doing a monogram, all that kind of stuff. Like that also makes sense to me.
And that was my next takeaway from her wedding with what little that we've seen was the personalized takeaway for the guests. Again, coming back to the guest experience, whether that's the handkerchief scarves that she did or a handwritten note or custom favors. I heard something about champagne glasses. Did you hear anything about champagne glasses?
I also heard, again, we don't know. So apparently people are saying that they raffled off like Chanel bags, cars. I don't know. some celebs are claiming that happened. So we'll see, I guess.
But I do think that we're going to see that moving forward.
Yeah.
That if you're doing a favor of any kind,
Things for guests.
Yes.
Not to a Chanel bag level, but
correct. Something
to
that's
take
personalized from them. Absolutely. The next one, and I love this, and I can see this trending for the next 3 years. Ditch the bridal party and have the person that means the most standing next to you, whether that's your, best friend, your sister, or your brother. And with all the drama that we have to hear from bridal parties, and it's ongoing, right? And brides struggle with this on a daily basis. I can see this as the new path forward of, I don't want a bridal party. I want my bestie. He's going to have his bestie, whether that's a man or your brother or your man of honor. I love it.
I like the man of honors. I like when people have, if your best friend is a guy, who cares? They can be a bridesmaid. Same on the other side too. Yeah. So I like that she kind of like broke that stigma, especially with her brother. Her brother Austin is like very, very close to her.
Yeah.
So I did kind of think he would be incorporated somehow, whether it be on Travis's side or her side.
Yeah.
I was kind of stunned. Her best friend Abigail, as far as we know, was not a part of the bridal party if it was just Austin. So that was a little bit, she was there. So that was a little like, oh, she's like, her and Abigail, like she has so many songs about her, especially like early songs from Taylor. So that was a little like, that's like kind of shocking to me. But I do like that it was just one on one side, especially with such a big wedding.
Yeah.
Like they could have had like 30 bridesmaids, 30 groomsmen.
Well, and the rumor was that the actual ceremony was less than 100.
Yeah.
But then the party.
Was.
So that was another takeaway. Like small ceremony, big party.
Right.
And I love that as well. And I love that she loved her peeps enough not that it would be a burden to be her bridesmaid, but to let them wear and dress what they wanted to her wedding. Yeah. That's liberating.
Ed Sheeran wore, and I think it was like an electric blue suit Ed Sheeran showed up in. So, yeah, there was no dress code. We see a lot, like especially with the big budget weddings, people wearing all black.
Yeah.
Which can kind of like suck the life out of a wedding, I think, in my opinion. It looks nice in pictures, but
try to get 200 people all to pay attention and do the same thing is not an easy job. To get 20 people to pay attention and do the same thing on an invitation is a hard job. So moving forward, my other takeaway was you can create a magnificent space anywhere. She just nailed that one. Yeah. We haven't even seen it.
Yeah.
And we know. Now, granted, she has an unlimited budget, but this just brings full circle that it really opens up the scope of where your wedding can be with the right conditions, lighting, draping, candlelight elements, that it opens up the creative path forward, I think.
Yeah, I agree. And I think everybody that has been so far, they've been saying like it was the most beautiful wedding that they've been to. And it was at Madison Square Garden. Like when you think about Madison Square Garden, the Knicks just won the NBA championship. They didn't win it in Madison Square Garden, but that's where the last few games were. That was like the last big event at MSG. So the fact that it went from NBA Finals basketball court to like the wedding of the century, like, that's pretty insane. And for everybody who has been saying and commenting that when they walked in, like they were like sucked in to like their love story, and how you can turn that into Madison Square Garden into that. It's very like Met Gala-esque was the whole vibe I was getting. Yeah. They had that big tent outside. You couldn't see really who was going in and out.
And I love that she did that. I absolutely love that there was this amenity and respect for all of her guests, and that they had a pathway to come in without being seen, or being seen if they wanted to be seen.
Right.
She underscored the guest experience is what it's all about.
Right.
All right, here's the other one. And I tell my brides this all the time, and we're doing this with the angel wedding. You do not need 2 years to plan a wedding.
No.
You do need clear communications. You need a solid budget. You have to be able to be a decision maker and make decisions. And basically, if you have the right tools and you can find the space that is appropriate for your size wedding, and knock, knock, go to Pittsburgh Brides to find your vendors. They're already pre-vetted for you. You can absolutely do a wedding in less than a year. We're doing this angel wedding in less than 5 months for $220, right? Yeah. So I think that myth, she just broke that.
Yeah, and I think she's always like said publicly that she plans her life out. I think she 100% already knew what she wanted her wedding to look like. like she's a hopeless romantic.
Right.
So you know she's thought about this.
Right.
So if she's already had the vision in her head, then she can do it in less than 2 years.
Yeah.
She knows exactly what she wants. And that goes back to your point. Like if you know everything that you want into your wedding day, the decisions have already been made. You absolutely can plan it in less than 2 years, less than a year, less than 6 months.
100%. And it doesn't hurt to have a planner help you along the way to help you execute so that it's
Of course,
flawless.
she had a team. We know that.
Yeah.
But and then also, obviously, she's Taylor Swift, so people were going to make room in their schedule to attend the wedding.
Yeah.
So that's another big part of it. Like, people were not going to miss this event.
Sure.
So that was a big part of being able to plan it so quickly.
So in this one, I know this is one that hurts you to the core because you're a content creator and you've been scouring the internet trying to find content. But I love that she made it unplugged, no phones. And I think that's going to be the new luxury.
Yeah. I agree with the no phones at weddings.
Okay.
Unless you have a content creator who has to be on their phone.
Yeah.
But I like the idea that people don't have phones. When we've talked about this before, I just don't, during speeches, during first dances, when people are, even if they're recording, that's one thing. But a lot of people are, shooting a quick text. When it's 50 people looking down at their phone, that's kind of like
they're not
jarring.
present.
Yeah. And then the other part of it is the privacy of it. It's hard to tell everybody, please don't post about our wedding until we share our wedding.
Don't steal their thunder.
Yeah, which I'm sure was a major concern of hers
Yeah.
because people got invitations and they were posting them. That's how everybody knew it was at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
So that was already stolen from her. So of course to have nobody there. And as far as we know, there was a photographer, I would think.
Yeah.
But we don't know if there was video. We don't know any of that.
There are some tight lips on that
Yes.
ship. Let me tell you, there are some tight lips. And so here's another takeaway. When I saw the draping and it was like this ombre of pink and apricot, and I was like, ooh, I love how she did, it's not all pink. It's not all peach. It's like this ombre. So I'm going to predict that we're going to see a little bit of that in weddings moving forward. And I just have a hunch, and this is 100% just intuition, but I'm thinking some shade of purple or lavender is present in that garden style, but I haven't seen anything to validate that other than the draping with the pictures and the storytelling. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think I like the amber color. She, one of her songs that was about how love used to be like dark to her, but now it's like golden. So I could see her doing a lot of like gold elements because when she's in love, she uses brighter colors. And when she's writing about sad stuff, everything's dark, like dark blue, gray, black. So I could see her using like the golden elements. But she did use purple for that sign, a bright purple.
Right.
So that's definitely somewhere in
Kind of
there.
like a pinky purple too.
Yeah.
It was like a neon purple.
Right.
So what do you think the color of the next album is going to be? I know they're all color coordinated. I learned this from Kaitlyn.
Yeah, for me, I have no idea. She's used like every color. So I honestly have no idea.
Maybe apricot. So the bottom line is, without seeing any of the wedding details at all, my main takeaway is that she immersed her guests into an experience when they walked into MSG. And then she totally transformed it, and she made sure to check every box that, not only did they have drinks and great food, but I also heard that there were some experiences happening there, maybe miniature golf or carnival games.
People
or something
magazine
like
also
that.
said they had the menu for food was anywhere from caviar to chicken nuggets. So
Great. See, I love that because your responsibility as a bride and groom, yes, it is your wedding, but it's really important for them to consider their guests and the guest experience and how they feel, because it just goes back to like when you were little, when you would go visit your grandparents, you don't remember much about like what they bought you or what present you opened. You remember the experience of being with them, and weddings are the same way. Like you remember going to that wedding and going, that wedding was amazing. The food was fabulous. There were so many different things to do. The couple took so much care and love into it. Even the little handkerchiefs that they made with the emblem on it.
Yeah.
What was it? Their emblem, and then it
said, so it's going to be forever.
which is her signature line from that her first love song, right? A love story. And so I love that she's making that relevant, and I love that that's going to be the path forward for weddings. Do you agree?
Yeah, and it felt very like it was obviously elevated, but it's very like it seems very like DIY-esque, which she likes. She likes having like a hands-on approach. Yeah, right. Like the pictures we've obviously seen at weddings, the people have the centerpieces. Like table 2 is like a picture of the bride and groom in second grade, stuff like that. Yeah. So it's not something new, but of course she's elevated everything, but it still is like basic traditional like wedding elements, which is cool.
What is your main takeaway from the wedding so far, from what you don't know that you think that you know, or your hunch?
I think it's very Taylor-like. I'm not entirely sure if it was super colorful inside. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like greens, stuff like that. I don't know. I am expecting lots of florals, lots of garden, just because of how their engagement was. Mm-hmm. Like he turned his backyard into like a botanical garden, basically. So I could imagine that being lots of flowers everywhere. Yeah. Moody, obviously, lots of draping because you have to like hide the seats and stuff. I want to see what it looked like.
Chandeliers. Yeah. A little bit of bling.
I want to be able to see how they were able to turn Madison Square Garden into
Do you think it's going to look like something replicating Disney?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe?
Yeah. She is a big Disney nut.
Is she?
Yeah.
Okay. Like the castle whole vibe, do you think?
Yeah, I don't know about a castle, but I could see it being like princessy. That's the other thing. Like, did she have a big poofy dress?
I know. Everybody wants to see
hair
the dress.
Hair up, hair down. Is hair curly? Does she have bangs? Down? The red lip? No lip?
Right, exactly. Like, we want to know the details. Yeah. Like, I can't see a red lip in a garden wedding, right? I see more pink. So, like, the weight. Yeah. The pain.
Yeah. And a lot of people are saying this is like America's royal wedding. But the thing with the royal wedding is that you can turn it on at 4 a.m. and you see everything. They show you everything. So this is a lot of anticipation. And I hope it's not a letdown. I don't think it will be, but it's a lot building up. And we're like, what's it going to look like? What's it going to look like? And there's definitely going to be a lot of debate. We're definitely going to be seeing all of these elements plugged into upcoming weddings, which is fun.
Okay. So I'm just going to ask you some quick guesses on your part.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So rumor has it that she grew up here in Pennsylvania, correct?
Yes,
in Butler.
She did.
Cookie table?
Not Butler,
no cookie table.
Eastern side of the state.
Okay, my bad. Eastern side of the state. Cookie table, no cookie table.
No cookie table.
No cookie table. Okay. And dress. Is she going to have like big drama ballroom, or is it going to be fitted and sassy?
I don't know. I could definitely see there being multiple dresses.
Bingo. That's what my guess is.
One for the ceremony. I do think they had a private ceremony. I know they're saying they had one before. I think they got married definitely like a month ago. Yeah. Maybe before that.
Sure.
So a dress for that. A dress for the ceremony at MSG, if there was one. A different dress for the reception. Probably another dress towards the end. They went till 2 a.m. Yeah. She's not wearing a ball gown until 2 o'clock in the morning.
No. So you better believe
I think
there's
multiple
2 dresses.
different hairstyles.
Yes.
I think a lot.
Quick flip. Quick change, right?
Like hair up for ceremony, hair down for,
Yeah, I can see that. And I can also see in that setting the path forward for weddings and trends. And everybody's kind of on the shelf about the second dress. But when Taylor does it, everybody's going to want to do it, however she wears her hair. Do you think that there will be lace in her dress?
I do.
I do too.
Yeah.
I just have that feeling.
It's going to look, she's very old school.
Yeah.
So she's even like her costumes that she wears on stage, they're not like revealing. She's never been like a spicy, sexy type of person. Sure. So I think it's going to be like traditional, old school, lots of lace. She's like very in tune with her family too. So probably like if it's her grandma, if it's her mom, somebody like incorporating something like that, I would think. Yeah.
Somebody said that she sang a little bit during her vows.
Yeah, and I heard that the vows were like 20 minutes apiece.
Which seems extensive.
Yeah. But again, can you imagine?
Producer man says extensive.
Can you imagine being Travis Kelce and you have to read vows to Taylor Swift, who like this just flows to her naturally? Right. So imagine having to stand there and you have to
just the pain of writing them. Like, can you imagine what he went through? Yeah. Like, and they said that he cried, she didn't.
He cried more than she did. Yeah.
And then she did.
Yeah.
So we want facts. We want proof.
Yes, I want to see everything. And there was one really cute thing that I saw. She has a song called Marjorie, and it's about her grandma who had passed and how much she misses her. And in that song, she says that she loved the amber sky so much. And on Friday night, New York City sunset was just bright orange and amber. Isn't that so nice?
Goosebumps.
There was Marjorie. Marjorie was there.
Oh.
Isn't that sweet?
That's so sweet. That's when you know, like that there's more beyond.
Everybody, all the Swifties were posting the New York City sunset.
Really?
And they were like, it's Marjorie. She's there. She's watching.
So how long? So there's a part of us in the wedding industry, like we need to know. We want to see the dress. We want to see the deets. We want to see everything. But on the other side of the coin, especially because...
sorry to interrupt, like you have a background in in being like a seamstress and all that stuff. Like, you know how those factories and like designers are like they're refreshing their Instagram like every 30 seconds.
I want to cut that pattern.
They have to be the first one to get it out there.
They want to just there's AI everybody put it online and start selling
wedding planners, like cake decorators, like everybody is like waiting to see it's
how
everyone.
they can monetize it.
Yeah, how they can like be prepared for like the influx.
Right.
Because you know how many people are going to imagine, like, even with Kate Middleton, I mean, I was too young. But I remember watching that wedding with my mom, and everybody had that dress after she got married. So it's going to be the same thing. Yeah. This is literally a royal wedding.
I watched Princess Di and, like, the big shoulders and like, Yeah. So, it's going to be interesting to see what unfolds. And I had to have a Swiftie on the couch to talk about this with. But I do have a pretty keen intuition. And what I don't know, I mean, she told us a lot with little teaser, little drops of this and that. Yeah. And
you can tell, too, that the guests are, like, scared. They don't know what to do. Yeah. When they were asked about it, they're like, yeah, it was great. Nobody knows what to say and do.
Yeah, they're afraid to even acknowledge that they were there, right? So out of respect of the couple being married, I imagine they were on a plane and they're jet set on a private island somewhere and they're going to be gone for a while. How long do you think it's going to take?
I don't know. So I follow football a lot. I used to like work in that field.
Right.
So Travis has training camp pretty soon, coming up at the end of this month. So he's got to get back into the swing of football.
Right.
Their honeymoon can't last very long.
Right.
So does she share stuff right before football's back? Because he's going to go back and be with the team. They're going to want to, I know the whole team is probably there, but people are going to be asking him nonstop at training camp. Like the players have interviews. That's going to be the only thing he's asked about. Yeah. I would imagine before the end of this month, we would have to see something from them.
What if you don't ever see anything?
No, don't say that. But again,
she can't go there.
I can't talk about that.
She can't go there.
She shared their engagement days after it happened.
Yes.
So, but maybe a week.
Okay. We should have a poll.
Yeah, we could do that.
We could do a poll. What day do you think Taylor's going to drop the images? I'm calling you out on that. We're going to do that. We're going to make a poll. We'll give a prize away.
Okay, that sounds good.
Kaitlyn, thanks for being here today and talking everything Swiftie wedding, Swiftie Kelce wedding with me. If you enjoyed this video and you agreed with anything that we said today, or you think that we maybe have some insight on those Swiftie trends for weddings that are coming up, or you have some of your own, drop them in the comments below for us. Make sure to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, like this channel to follow us. And I know that Kate will be back on the couch again with us soon.
Yes.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.